When Junior sent the diapers she bought to his home, I only then realized he was becoming a dad. Faced with my questions, he remained calmly composed. It's just a child. Why can't you accept him? Just treat him as a pet. If you really can't stand it, then we can cancel the wedding. I'm not in a hurry to get married anyway. With red eyes, I simply said, fine. Marcus mistakenly thought I had accepted his Junior and the child, and affectionately called me good. On our wedding day, you will be the most beautiful bride. This time I was going to change grooms. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel and tell us in the comments where you're listening from. On our 8th anniversary, I had prepared an elaborate meal at home, waiting for him to return. I thought it was the cake arriving, but instead, 3 large boxes of package delivery were brought in. They were clearly labeled diapers. I was stunned. They must have delivered it to the wrong address, right? Huh? Mr. Marcus? Phone number ending in 1122. Address is apartment 602, Building B. That's correct. After the delivery person left, I stared blankly at the diapers. A myriad of thoughts flashed through my mind. In the end, I chose to trust him, because he had mentioned that a Junior he was close to, Luna, was pregnant. They must be for her. Just then, the doorknob turned. A pair of delicate low-heeled jeweled sandals, with fair feet painted with red nail polish, stepped into the room. At the same time, a sweet, delicate voice rang out. Thank you, my dear Marcus, our little one is so lucky to have such a wonderful dad like you. Oh, Grace, what are you doing here? You. Don't come any closer. Ah. Luna was startled, dropping her phone on the floor. I stood rooted to the spot, still processing her words, then watched in confusion as she pulled off a series of calculated moves. After her little act, she calmly bent down to slowly pick up her phone, then walked over to the living room and snapped pictures of the diapers. Done, she comfortably reclined on the couch, took off her shoes, and placed her feet on the coffee table. This sequence of actions was so practiced, it seemed she had been here many times before. Suppressing the pain in my chest, I managed to ask, Marcus, is he the father of your child? Luna haughtily replied, what else? You heard it all. Is there any point in asking again? She was truly audacious. And why wouldn't she be? She was favored, hence her spoiled nature. I took a deep breath. When did you two get together? She shot me a disdainful glance. So nosy? You can ask Marcus yourself when he gets back. She put her feet down, touched her belly, and walked toward the dining table. Grace, you even made my favorite sweet and sour pork ribs. It suddenly dawned on me that Marcus, who had always disliked sweet and sour food, had suddenly acquired a taste for it 6 months ago, all because of Luna. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Marcus arrived. Luna, who had been happily eating, quickly wiped her mouth, picked up a plate of green vegetables, and smashed it on the floor. Marcus seemed to ignore my presence, rushing straight to Luna. Are you hurt? Luna's face crumpled, tears streaming down. Why did Grace throw a plate at me? Did I do something wrong? I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have eaten the sweet and sour pork ribs. Marcus put his arm around Luna and looked at me with impatience. Grace, you made food, wasn't it meant for someone to eat? First you knocked her phone away, and now you're targeting Luna again? Luna is pregnant, she won't stoop to your level, but that doesn't mean I'll stand by idly. If this happens again, don't show up here uninvited. My heart gave a sudden, sharp pang. He was unfairly and without knowing the facts placing all the blame on me. After all these years together, all trust was gone. He had also forgotten it was our 8th anniversary today. I took a deep breath, and slowly said, is the child she's carrying yours? Marcus and Luna exchanged a glance. He wearily rubbed his temples and admitted it. Yes. In that instant, I felt a dizzying sensation, as if the world was spinning. My heart pounded wildly in my chest. The ringing in my ears made me feel as though I was in another lifetime. With great effort, I recovered and found my voice. We're getting married next month. Marcus, that child must be aborted. Marcus roared, impossible. It's just a child. Why can't you accept him? Just treat him as a pet. If you really can't stand it, then we can cancel the wedding. I'm not in a hurry to get married anyway. My nose stung. You're not planning to get married to me, are you? He snorted coldly. Think whatever you want. I pressed him again, so you don't want to get married, do you? If that's what you want to believe, there's nothing I can do. With red eyes, I simply said, fine. Marcus mistakenly thought I had accepted his Junior and the child, and affectionately called me good. On our wedding day, you will be the most beautiful bride. Grace, this is the maturity I expect from you. Luna is young, so go easy on her. Once the baby is born, you'll grow to love it, you'll be overflowing with maternal love. I laughed scornfully. Luna's face changed. Marcus, is Grace looking down on me? Is it wrong for me to carry your child? Shouldn't this baby be wanted? No, I don't. As she spoke, she grew agitated and started crying. Marcus, this child is my life. If anything happens to him, I don't want to live anymore. Please, beg Grace for me. I don't want to abort the baby. Just let me give birth to him, and I'll do anything. I'll be Grace's nanny, her servant, whatever she wants. No, don't hurt my baby, boo-hoo-hoo. This is the fruit of our love, and no one has the right to take him away. Marcus's face was filled with heartache. He held her, kissing her scattered hair. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. I'm here. I'll handle everything. T. His words sounded so familiar. Marcus had once held me and said them. Back then, his tenderness was only for me. Now, I was merely a part of his past. Ah, my stomach hurts so much. Did put something in the pork ribs? Luna suddenly cried out in pain. Marcus furiously roared at me, Grace. If gets food poisoning, I will never marry you. He quickly walked away, carrying Luna. Can you delivery guys pay attention to the address? I didn't order a cake. What a damn cake, it looks absolutely disgusting. The delivery person explained that a Ms. Liu had ordered an anniversary cake. Marcus froze for a moment, then kicked the cake away. Anniversary? More like a day of mourning. The delivery person called me, so I went outside and apologized to him. He awkwardly pointed at the cake and warned me, a man like that has violent tendencies. I thanked him again. Marcus was indeed not the best choice. 3. I cleaned up the cake and tidied the floor. Back in my room, I packed my personal belongings, which were few. This wasn't my home, it was Marcus's. I knew this place well because Marcus and I had lived together for 4 years. It wasn't until 6 months ago, after we got engaged, that he suddenly told me he wanted us to live separately. Let's live separately for a while to keep things fresh. Once we're married, we'll be together all the time, so a few months apart won't make a difference. I'm afraid you might get pregnant before the wedding. Then you wouldn't fit into your wedding dress, and people would gossip. I don't want you to suffer that. At first, such a sudden suggestion naturally made me unhappy. He kept coaxing me, and eventually relented, saying we wouldn't live separately after all. Not wanting to make him upset, I still agreed. At the time, he had said, why don't you pack up your things too? That way, for the next 6 months, I won't see your belongings and miss you too much. The kind where I miss you so much in the middle of the night that I see and sleep. It'll feel more special when we move back in together after the wedding, don't you think? I packed my things and left. That day, he seemed exceptionally happy, constantly staring at his phone and smiling. That was when Marcus and Luna got involved. To carry on his affair with her, he drove me out. At the time, I even reflected, wondering if I had done something wrong, if I had made him tired during our 3 years of living together. I even found many online articles about pleasing a boyfriend, constantly catering to his preferences, cooking his favorite foods, giving him space and privacy, and not asking too much about his schedule. Now, I was the fool all along. For with my things packed, I placed the key in the entryway. I closed the door and left. My phone suddenly lit up with a message from Marcus. Luna didn't get food poisoning. I spoke without thinking earlier, please don't be angry. Of course we're getting married, you're the woman I want to marry. Today is our 8th anniversary. I was just too busy and forgot. Next time I'll definitely make it up to you with a big cake, and then the 3 of us can have a nice get-together. 3 of us? Where did that come from? He meant including Luna's child. Bitterly, I cleared the chat history. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to feel anxious and insecure anymore. A few seconds later, Marcus sent another message, tagging me. Didn't you see it? Question mark. You used to reply instantly. What's with the slow response this time? Are you still angry? Didn't I explain everything? I apologized, and I even promised to buy you a cake next year. Why are you still dwelling on it? Can you stop being so childish? You're not a recent graduate like Luna, you're street smart. Fine, if you're still angry, I'll apologize again, okay? He called me. I'm sorry. Is a verbal apology good enough? Luna needs to stay at the hospital for 2 days to ensure her pregnancy. Can you be responsible for her meals during these 2 days? She likes your cooking. This small request shouldn't be a problem for you, right? I numbly replied, I won't go. Grace, Luna is already suffering terribly from morning sickness, she's lost so much weight from throwing up. She just happens to like your cooking. Can't you be a little kinder to her, for the sake of my child? It's one thing if you target Luna, but don't target my child. This child will call me daddy and call you mommy, Grace. Marcus truly knew how to wound someone's heart. Already deeply hurt, his words only made me feel even worse. I hung up the phone. In response to his insistence, I slowly typed out a few words. Let's break up. He quickly replied with, question mark. After that, silence. 5. I went home. As soon as I changed into my slippers, tears began to fall uncontrollably. With my head down, I walked into the living room, only then realizing there was another man in the house. He slowly stood up, smiling as he looked at me. Old memories flooded back. Who dared to bully my lady? Tell me quickly, and I'll take care of him. Ethan clenched his fist and gritted his teeth, looking ready to avenge me, just like he did when we were kids. I cried as I laughed. He had gone abroad for college after high school, came back twice in between, and then seemed to disappear. I used to send him messages and emails all the time, asking what was going on. Only now did I realize he was upset that I had started dating during college. For 8 years, he simply ignored me as long as I was still with Marcus. Even though he ignored me, he was fully aware of everything I was doing. As for why he came back this time, it was because his friend told him he finally had a chance. Ethan and I knew each other inside out, and we were old classmates and friends. His parents and my parents knew each other and spoke highly of both of us. So when Ethan proposed to me, I agreed. Despite not seeing each other for 8 years, we quickly reconnected. We even went on a date that night. He was still the same, making me giggle. I laughed until I cried. Then I kept laughing. I simply couldn't hold it together. Crying and laughing. Like a madwoman. I must have looked absolutely hideous. Ethan, with a pained expression, reached out and wiped my tears. Silly girl, this is the last time you'll cry for him. From now on, no more. 6. Eleanor asked me to try on wedding dresses. I went, and also took the opportunity to let her know in advance that the wedding was off. To my surprise, Luna was there too. Eleanor kept saying, Luna, be careful, Luna, get more rest, Luna, which style do you like? She completely ignored me, as if Luna were her daughter-in-law. It left the staff member who had previously assisted me utterly confused. Who exactly is the bride? I pointed at Luna. Eleanor pointed at me. The situation was incredibly awkward for a moment. Eleanor let out 2 dry laughs and patted my back. Grace, you really have a sense of humor. Go quickly and see which wedding dress you like. Try it on and see if it looks good. I refused. Forget it. I just came to tell you about Marcus and me. Eleanor, with her high emotional intelligence, immediately pulled me to a secluded corner and got straight to the point. Luna has no family background. I will never let Marcus marry her. The position of daughter-in-law in the Sue family can only be yours, Grace. Rest assured of that. To compensate you, I'll add 50,000 to the wedding settlement. Just turn a blind eye for now, and once Luna gives birth, she'll be out of here. You have my word on this, Mom promises you. She also knew that Luna was pregnant with Marcus's child, but she didn't blame Marcus at all. Nor did she say to make Luna abort the child. She simply kept telling me to be patient. After all, they were mother and son, of one mind. I disagreed. Eleanor blocked me, not letting me leave. Grace, you should know when to quit. You've been with my son since college, and it's been 8 years now. Men at 30 are at their peak, but women at 30 are past theirs. If you leave my son, do you think you can find anyone as good? Besides, you started living with Marcus not long after you graduated. You've been living together for over 4 years, haven't you? Men are most sensitive about women who have lived with others, you know what I mean, right? She disdainfully looked me up and down, her gaze finally resting on my lower abdomen. People will even suspect you've had abortions or that you can't have children. Grace, I truly thought of you as my own child. Why must you bring this hardship upon yourself? I walked straight out. She shouted after me, I've said all I'm going to say. Think it over. Think what over? There was nothing to think about. She would definitely complain about me to Marcus, and Marcus would surely come to scold me. But I had blocked him on all platforms. 7. In the following days, Ethan and I prepared for our wedding. He was by my side the entire time, unlike Marcus who always made excuses about not having time. Whether someone prioritized you or not was truly obvious. Ethan and I went to a more upscale bridal boutique, and unexpectedly ran into Marcus and Luna. Marcus squinted, staring at me, but Ethan stood in front of me, blocking his view. Luna tugged at Marcus's sleeve, speaking sarcastically. Marcus, and here you were, still thinking about someone. That someone is in another man's arms and doesn't want anything to do with you. Marcus snapped, shut up. Luna grudgingly shut her mouth, her eyes fixed on me, filled with malice. I didn't want to argue with them. Fighting with those two thugs, even if I won, would only fill me with anger. Ethan and I walked out, and Marcus and Luna followed closely behind. Ethan told him to give him a moment. He and Marcus seemed to have agreed, and they started fighting face to face. Ethan didn't hold back, desperately throwing punches. He hit Marcus so hard that Marcus covered his face and begged for mercy. Finally, Marcus stood up, grimacing. Grace, fine. The fake boyfriend you found works as a security guard, doesn't he? He sure knows how to fight. I didn't care what he was prattling on about. I tenderly blew on Ethan's back of his hand, feeling concerned. Marcus's heart skipped a beat. Before, if he ever felt even a little discomfort, even a mosquito bite, I would be incredibly worried. I would even cry out of concern. But now she wouldn't even spare him a glance? He tugged at his aching mouth. Grace, your husband is right here. Are you blind? I didn't even give him an extra look. I linked arms with Ethan and left. His shouts echoed behind me. Haha, I won't be at the wedding. Go make a damn fool of yourself then. The wedding arrived as scheduled. As for the guests, they weren't too concerned about the change of groom. In fact, when they learned the groom was Ethan, they praised the choice even more. Because my parents' social circle overlapped with his parents, even those who weren't acquainted, upon further inquiry, turned out to be related in some way, making them even happier. I looked at myself in the vanity mirror, my eyes bright, my face rosy. The makeup artist said I looked wonderful, clearly marrying for love. My face flushed even more. At 3 in the morning, Marcus woke up. He felt very strange. An inexplicable, empty feeling. Today was his wedding day with Grace, he remembered clearly. He had nothing to feel guilty about. He just wanted to teach Grace a lesson. To make her fully realize who her husband truly was. She even deleted his contact information. How ridiculous. Wouldn't she still have to desperately add him back and beg him to come to the wedding today? He scrolled through WeChat, text messages, and call logs again and again. There was no sign of anyone rushing him. Seriously, no rehearsal, completely unprofessional. She was going to make a fool of herself. Marcus thought this, but then he too out his phone and searched for wedding videos. He followed them to learn the wedding procedures. He watched several. He started to get a grasp of things. They all seemed pretty much the same. He then used AI search to find many wedding vows to say, selecting a few lines. He silently read them over several times. Honestly, looking at those romantic wedding vows, he couldn't help but feel excited and anticipate the day. Marcus, why aren't you sleeping? Luna got up in the middle of the night, saw no one beside her, and walked to the living room balcony looking for him. Marcus was memorizing so intently that he hadn't even heard her footsteps. Damn it, you scared the hell out of me. Are you Sadako, walking without a sound? Luna pouted coyly. I've been getting up constantly at night because of my belly, and you call me Sadako? Humph, I'm not talking to you anymore. Normally, Marcus would have surely coaxed her. But today, at this moment, hearing her childish voice, he actually felt disgusted. The words manipulative and fake flashed through his mind. Luna didn't expect to get no response. Marcus? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Go back to sleep. I can't sleep without you. I really can't. Come to bed with me. Marcus shook off her clinging hand, his voice cold. Go sleep by yourself. I have work to do. Luna could only go back. A moment later, she returned. She cautiously asked, are you going to the wedding? Didn't you say you wouldn't go? If you go, what about me and our baby? Marcus impatiently said, what do you mean, what about us? Just deal with it. Go to sleep and stop making trouble. In an instant, Luna burst into tears. Touching her lower abdomen, she wailed, baby, your daddy was mean to me. What about us two now? Marcus, unable to bear it, accompanied Luna back to the room. Luna snuggled closer, wrapped her arms around his neck, and kissed him. Stop. You're pregnant, let's not. It's already been 3 months, it's fine during the second trimester. I specifically asked the doctor. Marcus, don't you miss me? I miss you so much. I miss you here, and here. Luna took Marcus's hand and guided it in the desired direction. It had to be said, she had a certain talent. Marcus initially wanted to resist, but his last shred of reason vanished. He decided to indulge just this once more. 9 Marcus suddenly woke from his sleep. It was bright outside the curtains. Oh no, oh no. Today was his big day, how could he have overslept? Luna, woken by the commotion, clung to him. He pushed her away. Get off me, I have important things to do. Luna, half asleep, mumbled, do what? It's already lunchtime, the wedding ceremony must be over. Marcus roared, shut up. What the hell do you mean, over? The groom didn't even show up. He frantically put on his clothes and searched for his phone. Luna rubbed her eyes. Your phone didn't ring, so the wedding probably didn't happen. Don't rush, we can have lunch together. Marcus checked his phone. Indeed, there were no messages or calls for him. His brows furrowed tighter and tighter. The strange feeling in his heart grew more and more intense. Then, he smirked dismissively. It seemed the wedding hadn't happened. They couldn't do it without him, could they? He relaxed and unconsciously opened his social media feed. The result was Grace's wedding photos. She and her fake boyfriend actually got married? They completed the wedding ceremony, exchanged wedding vows, swapped wedding rings, and kissed under the blessings of family and friends. Marcus's heart was instantly clutched. So painful. So painful. It hurt so much he could barely breathe. After slowly recovering, he called the friend from his social media feed. UF******************************************************* went to the wedding? Why didn't you tell me? The other person awkwardly replied, tell you what? Don't joke around. It would have been more awkward to tell you, wouldn't it? You should have ********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** acting so sentimental? You don't deserve a good girl like Grace. Marcus, having been scolded, raised his hand to throw his phone. He paused. He broke off the engagement? When did he break off the engagement? The engagement was off, and he didn't know? He quickly made a phone call. Mom, did you call off my engagement? Oh, yes. We had to break off the engagement with the Liu family. The wedding settlement was returned. Why didn't you tell me? I'm the groom. The engagement was called off. Why didn't you tell me? I told Luna. Didn't Luna tell you? It's fine, it's a minor thing, nothing to talk about. I told Luna about the wedding settlement last time, and Luna said she didn't even need the wedding settlement, she just wanted you. Oh, my son, you saved so much money. You should quickly set a date with Luna and get married. We can't let Grace get ahead of us. My son is a hot commodity. I won't marry her. I said I would only marry Grace, not Luna. Why are you throwing a fit? If you weren't going to marry Luna, why did you get her pregnant? Look, I know you and that Lou girl were together for 8 years, and it's hard to break up, but there's nothing to be that upset about. Who you spend your life with doesn't really matter, does it? Besides, I think Luna is better than Grace because she can have children. You and that Lou girl were together for 8 years, and she still didn't get pregnant. I think she might be infertile. Marcus hung up the phone. It wasn't that Grace couldn't get pregnant. She had been pregnant, and he had told her to abort it. At that time, he had failed a job promotion, felt terrible, and without a second thought, told her to abort. With a hint of revenge, he just wanted someone to suffer with him. When he received the hospital appointment notification, his heart suddenly panicked. He didn't even have the courage to go to the hospital with her for the abortion. Because of his incompetence, his evasion, he had failed his promotion, but was going to harm a small life. At that moment, how he wished to say, "Don't do it, keep the baby." Those were just angry words I said impulsively. But in the end, he still couldn't say it. He didn't even accompany her to the hospital for the procedure. He voluntarily worked overtime at the office for a few days. When he returned, Grace was already back, her face deathly pale. The moment she saw him, she cried. I was so scared then. I wished so much that you could be by my side, hold my hand, and tell me you were there. I was so angry and hated you then, but now I don't. Seeing you so exhausted from working overtime, I really can't hate you. Marcus felt terribly awful. He hugged Grace tightly. He vowed in his heart to be good to her for the rest of his life. But how did he fail to do so later? He still broke the heart of the girl he vowed to protect for a lifetime. Marcus reopened his social media feed, repeatedly zooming in on the wedding photos. Enlarging her face. He traced it with his fingers, pouring all his affection into the gesture. Could it be that they had just missed each other this lifetime? No. He wouldn't allow it. He wasn't willing to give up. The woman he had loved for 8 years no longer loved him, he couldn't accept it. 10 After the wedding, Ethan and I went on our honeymoon. Every vow he made at the wedding was put into practice. He truly pampered me like a baby. I felt like I was becoming a useless person who could only open my mouth and babble for food. I told him I was too dependent on him, that it wasn't good. He said, all right, then starting tomorrow, you arrange all the plans. Me? ? I immediately shut up. It wasn't that I was too dependent, it was that I was perfectly suited to follow his plans. I was enjoying myself, not losing myself. Yes, I comfortably let myself be taken care of. Honestly, it felt pretty good. My past as a doormat with Marcus truly meant I must have been out of my mind. How could anyone think that ending your life with just anyone would be the same? 11 After returning from our honeymoon, Marcus came looking for me. During the honeymoon, I had heard from friends in our circle that he was looking for me. So, facing him now, I felt quite calm. He rubbed his palms together, opening and closing his mouth repeatedly. I don't want to wish you a happy wedding. That man was always so negative. I don't need your blessing. Just say what you need to say. Beating around the bush isn't your style. Marcus cleared his throat. I didn't think you'd actually go through with the wedding. It's fake, right? I looked at him as if he were an idiot. Is that all? Then there's nothing more to talk about. He suddenly stood up and blocked my way. Just give me some more time. Let's talk properly, after all. We haven't truly broken up, have we? His logic was truly strange. If I hadn't wanted to clarify things, I would have left long ago. I mentioned the breakup message I sent him on WeChat. He looked bewildered. No, absolutely not. I have no recollection of it at all. Impossible, absolutely impossible. I'll find it right now. He saw it, choked, and muttered, but I didn't agree, did I? I replied with a question mark. That's not an agreement. Whether you agreed or not, it doesn't matter anymore. The moment I said those words to you, we were already over. Marcus's voice was terribly hoarse. Why did you break up with me? Why did you leave me? We were together for 8 years, Grace. How many 8-year periods does a person have in their life? You're so heartless. He was really blowing things out of proportion and blaming me? I had wanted to quickly resolve things and leave. But looking at him now, he just deserved to be scolded and criticized. I'm heartless? Marcus, ask yourself why I broke up with you. You got involved with Luna 6 months ago. You made me move out, taking all my belongings. You got Luna pregnant, and then shamelessly, openly asked me to go to the hospital to care for her while she was ensuring her pregnancy? You kept telling me that you only wanted the child, that you wouldn't marry Luna, only me, and that the child would be mine and call me mommy? A child with no blood relation to me calling me mommy? Aren't you disgusted? Marcus was speechless, only managing to utter a sentence after a long pause. If you still want a child, we can just have another one. There's no need to break up, is there? You wouldn't just marry someone randomly to spite me, would you? But I don't mind. Even if you've already had one wedding, if you come back to me, I'll organize another grand wedding for you. He even solemnly raised the middle 3 fingers of his right hand, making a vow. Seeing that I didn't believe him, he even made a solemn oath. If I don't do it, may my whole family be struck by lightning. I rubbed my forehead. Especially after experiencing how wonderful Ethan was, I found Marcus to be even more despicable. Finally, I clearly told him that we were over. There would be no connection between us anymore. His face filled with despair, he kept begging me for a chance. Luna is young, I was temporarily captivated by her, but in reality, I love you. You've always been in my heart, you're the one I've always loved. She was just a fleeting acquaintance. How could she compare to you? She's just a child, needing me to take care of everything, needing me to constantly provide emotional support. Being with her is utterly exhausting. Grace, please give me a chance for the sake of our 8 years together. For the sake of you once carrying my child, please forgive me this one time. Now he knew he was wrong, knew that dating Luna was exhausting. He realized how well I had taken care of him. Too bad it was too late. I won't give up, Grace. 12 After returned, he dragged Luna out of the house. Luna, her face full of disbelief and tears streaming down, refused to leave. I'm pregnant with your child. You scheming woman, who knows whose child that is in your belly? You say it's mine, but is it? I won't acknowledge it. Luna was locked out, so she called Eleanor to come. Eleanor opened the door and carefully helped Luna inside. Marcus, I see you're being incredibly audacious. You dare to kick my grandson out? I'm telling you, even if I kick you out, I won't let my grandson be cast aside. Marcus eventually compromised. However, he wouldn't allow Luna to live with him. Luna went to live with Eleanor. Eleanor took good care of her. Luna was polite at first, but later acted like she owned the place, becoming picky about everything. Eleanor's temper flared, and she became much colder. One day, Eleanor returned earlier than planned from playing mahjong. She overheard Luna talking on the phone in a saccharine voice. I'm so sick of living here. I don't think Marcus will give me money anymore. He doesn't even come to see me now. Come pick me up, please. I miss you, and especially the baby misses his daddy. Eleanor, hearing this, was consumed with rage. You scheming woman. That child isn't from the Sioux family, and you tricked my son out of getting married. He spent so much money on you, pay it back. Pay it back. She locked Luna in a room and called Marcus over. Marcus was even more furious when he learned the truth. His once wonderful life was ruined just like that? He could have married the girl he loved and lived happily ever after. He swung his fist at Luna. He even used a new phone number to film himself brutally beating Luna and sent the video to me. I called the police. Luna died from excessive blood loss after being beaten. Marcus was facing jail time. Ethan and I were deeply in love. 2 years into our marriage, I became pregnant. I cried, overwhelmed with emotion. Ethan kissed my eyes. He teased me, let me think, when was the last time you cried? Wasn't it when you got pregnant? Pleading me to slow down. I blushed. Thanks for watching today's story. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Feel free to share your views, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. See you next time.